Hey everybody, hope all is well. Shout out to the person that sent me the video playing catch up. It has been a busy week. Wow, I tell you. It really has been. Anyway, beautiful queen on the screen. Shot in the Cantonsville parking lot. More if not there's no robbery. You already know who it is. More than likely, her being a black woman, shot in the parking lot, I definitely would suspect a dusty chocolate drop. The seed of poverty D. Let's go ahead and get to the clip. I want you to also hear what an older gentleman is saying. Blackistan. It is not safe for any black woman. If you're a decent man or child, Blackistan is not a safe place to be. It is filled with jealousy, self hate, envy, theft, robbery. It's filled with death. Blackistan, that's what the BC puts out every day in the community. Every day. Every day somebody rob and steal, and there's crime everywhere. This is an epidemic. A worse place for a black woman and a child to be is in the black community. I hate to tell you this, at the murder rate, and it is what it is, the worst man you can get your behind pregnant by is a dusty black man. Sure, the white ones kill, Hispanics kill, everybody. Look at the numbers, the reports. That dust is heavy. That has had some girl, 16 years old, shot 22 times, walking her dog. I knew that sounded I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Is she in a gang or something? Oh no, Miho. He going to be a tough guy. They have arrested the ex-boyfriend saying he did it. And I think he's a teenager. He's very young. So there is dust all across the land. These guys, they're not going to go toe-to-toe with a man, but they will definitely try and pick on and they will kill the women. But they won't go toe-to-toe with a man. Desperate, Dusties are dumb and desperate. They're inferior. They're highly emotional. Can't control themselves. They don't think, they just do. This beautiful girl on the screen, no longer here, sitting in the parking lot. I haven't heard anything about, oh, there was a white man that was coming along, had a little Klan outfit on, little pointed hood. You already know it's more than likely a chocolate drop in the hood that is always up to no good. Let's check it out, people. Fair use.
A loved one, and Baltimore County Police are investigating after a woman was gunned down yesterday afternoon. It happened in the parking lot of the Cantonsville Plaza right off of Baltimore National Pike. WMAR2 News' Brittany Werner went back today, and she spoke with the people who saw what happened yesterday. Brittany.
Yeah, people who work in the area told me the parking lot was very busy on Thursday afternoon, much like it is every day, but it's been a very somber mood since yesterday when they saw a young woman get shot down.
It's just, we live in a crazy world right now.
Thursday, just before 1 in the afternoon, Baltimore County Police responded to the 5400 block of Baltimore National Pike after they were told a woman had been shot several times.
I just seen the aftermath, yes. And I'm just glad I was in the market.
Mr. Johnson says he was shopping in the area when that shooting went down in the parking lot right outside the store he was in.
It was chaotic up here yesterday. I come out the market from shopping, and about 6 or 7 police up here.
Police say when they responded, they found 26-year-old Diamond Trueheart, who had been shot down and died from her injuries.
I think it's just tragic. I mean, we got enough people getting killed. Now we got the ladies and the kids getting killed.
Police have not named any suspects or motive concerning what they think led to the shooting, but they did say they're looking into whether it was a targeted incident. However, Mr. Johnson says although his heart goes out to Trueheart's family, he's fed up with what's considered the new normal in Baltimore.
They think January 6th is crazy, but we go through it every day. Life is just, it doesn't mean nothing.
And that sums it up for the BC. We go through it every day. That's the BC. Again.
Family, He's fed up with what's considered the new normal in Baltimore.
They think January 6th is crazy, but we go through it every day. Life is just, it doesn't mean nothing.
And you're right. Black life, now it only means something. I gotta make one minor correction. It only means something when it's a dusty behind black man. When he become a head, like, oh Lord, did he have to shoot him? So what? He shot 5 folks last week, including that grandmother and her 2-year-old grandchild. Maybe it was that time to go. Oh Lord, did he have to do that to Cletus? That's my grandson. He wasn't doing nothing but stealing. That's all he was doing, little Robert. Just give him what you got. This community, woo, talk about set the bar high, set the bar low. Set the bar low. And he's right. Every day. Every day. January 6th. And Black life means nothing. Then you want to hold up a sign, because some old dust bucket, some old deadly, dangerous, felonious dust bucket done got popped by the cops. You want to hold up a sign, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Stop the lies. Only life that matter is a dusty ass Tyrone in the BC. That's who's appreciated. Black women don't matter. Black kids don't matter. This is really some backward stuff going on. I mean, think about it. It is what it is, and some people can get mad. That's fine. Guess what? Hell, I'm mad too. You got all these black men, even their teenage sons. They're killing black women and children. And the so-called racist white guy like Goldman Sachs, they're trying to come to the rescue, trying to invest in you. Do you not see the picture here? With Goldman Sachs, MasterCard, all these companies, that's appreciated. But look at the backwardness of this group. One group is killing you and one group trying to invest in you. What does that tell you? One group is killing, one group trying to pull you up out of poverty. If you can, ladies, take advantage of these programs. Do not get yourself pregnant by poverty. That is the worst decision you can make. Pretty much, some women know they're able to, pull themselves up by themselves. Don't make it so much harder. Why? I can't wrap my head around it. If a man has nothing, I don't know why you'd be with him. I'm gonna build him up, yeah, and you might get done up, buttercup. He'll be above ground. You'll be underground, 6 feet under. Dealing with dust buckets. Why? In the black community, black life has no matter. Black lives don't matter. It's a joke of the century. If they matter so much, why aren't the black men stepping up saying stop the crime? And a decent black man, I'm gonna do the video next. He can't even try and support his family, go to work. He can't even just try to protect his children. He'll get killed by some dust. So you know what kind of ladies, you know what kind of man you're dealing with. If this dude is slow, if he's industrious, or if he's not, if he's full of dust. Don't kid yourself. I'm gonna fix him up. Good luck with that. It's not gonna work out. I've heard and seen some in the horror stories. Sometimes I just listen. I'm like, okay, but she's still in love with him, so I'm just gonna be quiet. How'd it get this far? And then you're mad at other women. You're mad at other women. Some men are good at building, and some men are good at destroying. You know who the hell it is. Black life means nothing. That's why things happen. Oh well. Black women, you're going to have to fight for yourselves. If you don't have any children right now by a black man, woo! A dust bucket black man, hallelujah. Let's try to keep up the good work. Let's try and work on propelling you. Maybe you don't have much money. Think about a plan. You never know. Keep working at it. Things happen. Keep on going. Keep on going. You never know. But I tell you one thing. You're not going to succeed when you deal with poverty D. You're going to either live in poverty or, in this case here, end up on the screen, and we don't want that. But he summed it up. More than likely, somebody she knew. There wasn't a carjacking or dragging her out. it sounds like to me, just want the pretty, beautiful girl dead. Heaven forbid they do an autopsy and show a baby's coming, then you already know what's up. I'm already speculating it's a Tyrone. Why? Because with Tyrone, it always goes wrong. It's time to dedust your life. So if you want to breathe, again, every 5.5 hours, not every 5.5 hours a black man is starting a business, not every 5.5 hours a black man is getting married and starting a family, not every 5.5 hours a black man is getting his degree, not every 5.5 hours, black home ownership is up, not every 5.5 hours black stock participation is up, and the stock market is taking a dive. Oh my goodness, trust me. Over here we're holding. I just had my husband to call me. It's like, yeah, on this here. I'm like, wow. Did you say 80? Okay. And that's another thing. You know, I hate to say it. Just situations. How is it that other men you can divorce, you can break up? I can't wrap my head around it, and they're still there for you. Even let's say before the current relationship. I remember when I was dating, when we first started dating, and my ex-husband, he's like, "Oh, you dating this guy?" I said, "Oh yeah, it seems pretty good, what have you." And this is something that, again, you might need to divest. And don't get no serial killer, please. But I thought about it, and I was talking with a friend of mine about it, and he was like, "Okay, well, I just want to meet him." I said, "No, I don't think it's a good idea. And it's kind of early. You might run the guy off." It's like, I just want to meet him. Yo, you're my ex-wife. I got to make sure you're safe. I want to meet him to make sure you're okay. To this day, I'm like, I still get calls and texts and all that. I'm just checking on you. So I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm a grown woman. I'm not some child. My ex-wife, I got to make sure that she's okay. I want to make sure this guy's got good credit. And then next thing you know, here we go. The new boo, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not some scumbag, and she'll be taken care of. I can assure you of that. My credit score is well over 800. And it's like, okay, but what he didn't know is my ex-husband had already did it. I couldn't believe it, but going through my email, and it was a little drama. Had already did a background check, and he's like, "Oh, well, I see why you with this guy," and I'm like, I didn't do a background check as far as like his finances. I had an idea. I mean, I saw the Porsche, okay, but I knew him in a professional manner. Let's get that straight. And yeah, and it was funny. So my ex-husband, he had already done the background check and a credit check. So I'm like, oh yeah, and the only thing he could come up with, which I have to laugh, was a speeding ticket. Really? Oh yeah, he might have a criminal record. I'm like, he does not. He does not have a criminal record. He's like, yeah, well, I'm like, this is a speeding ticket. I need to show you these papers. And so here the papers are, and I'm looking, and I'm like, well, I didn't know we had 5 houses. Yeah, okay. I thought maybe, from what I understand, I knew he had at least like two or three that I knew. Okay. So he's got all this printout. I just want to make sure you know who you're dealing with. And I'm like, he has a speeding ticket. You wasting my time with this nonsense. Talking about something criminal. You need to see these papers. Okay. You have got to see these papers, and I want us to look on your face. It's a speeding ticket. And that was rather annoying. But my point is, I thought about it, and everybody's situation is totally different. That's how men that care about women, even though things may not work out, that's how men that care about women, that's how they do. And if we had more of that, when these fools get out of pocket, they know they got a man to check them. Guess what? We wouldn't be having this on the screen. If we could do this, we wouldn't be having so much of this on the screen. Do white guys kill? Hell to the yeah. You damn skipper, they do. But Becky ain't getting it every 5.5 hours like we are. Not even Maria, Mr. Wong. So I thought about that, and it's like, if we could, and again, just an example, Everybody's circumstance is different. I'm just speaking on my experience. And I thought about that. If we had that, and some of these guys know, hey man, you're not gonna roll up in here on somebody's ex-girlfriend or ex-wife and do this, guess what? It's gonna be consequences. The men are checking you. That's what real men should do. We wouldn't have this on the screen because the dust bucket would know, yo, check it. They already pull your jacket. You got this, you got that. They know where you live, your address. They checking up on these women. And at first I was like, I'm a grown behind a woman. I don't need you in my personal life. I am grown. Are you kidding me? I don't need you tell me what to do, who to date, or how's it going. And it actually got to a point, it was like, it's like, okay, we can have a sit down and I'll let him know I'm not some bum. My credit score, fine, can check it. I don't have a problem with it. Hell, he showed me his credit score. Here, and I'm like, what? It really got kind of weird. He's like, and here are my taxes. It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's how you handle things when you care about somebody. And this was my ex-husband who engineered all this drama. But it was done because he cared. He's like, my ex-wife and I got to make sure she's okay and that she's safe. I'm going to do some checking. I'm like, dang, I am a grown woman. My number starts with a 4. You're kidding me. But yeah, if we did more things like that, then they do a background check and say, hey, this guy's got a little problem and they want to meet with him. You know what? I guarantee you that would kind of move, these dust will kind of move back and be like, oh man, you know what? I'm trying to date her. And her ex-old man or ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, they come pulling my information. Yeah, they know where I live, my mama live. He always checking up on her, make sure she's okay. If we had that, you know what? If we had that, I think we would have less beautiful women on the screen. If the baby daddies could do that, we would have less children being murdered by the mama's boyfriend. Because he would come over there and set up a meeting. Who are you dating? Ex-wife, my baby mama. That's how men do. So when these new fools come around, they can say, yeah, man, this chick right here, she got an ex-husband, she got an ex-boyfriend or her baby dad, and he always coming in, checking in on the kids. He tries to drop by, no drama. He's always, calling them. They got some kind of code thing, like if he's done something, has this man yelled at you, touched you, spanked you, just say, coconut, or some kind of code word. If you had things like that, you wouldn't have so many on the screen. You understand? So my point of bringing that up, that's what we should do. But that's what real men do. Just yesterday, at the bachelorette pad, I had a plumber here. And I'm like, yeah, so he's changing out the faucets, and I want this kind of shower head, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And Becky is next door. So he goes around, and he's like turning off, I guess doing some plumbing stuff outside, what have you, water, turning it off. And so here comes Becky by herself. She and her husband live there. She's like, excuse me, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just turning the water off. I'm doing some plumbing work. What's your name? I have never seen you here before. And he has been here before. I've never seen you here before. He's like, yeah, I'm just doing some plumbing work. There's my truck. So a situation like that, and some people, keep them out of their own business. No. You need to be aware. That's how things in the BC, so much goes on. We're just, oh well. You need to be aware because that way they can put a face with it. Sometimes I know, and in some areas you can't do that because it could go deadly like really fast. But it's things like that. People looking out. The next thing you know, I'm down here on some other street at a neighbor's house. She's on her bike, oh hey, I saw that and I was gone. She goes, and I actually left the front door unlocked. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna run an errand, do what you gotta do. She goes, oh yeah, and I actually saw a guy by this. I'm like, yeah, I know. I said, I know, he's the plumber. It's okay. He's not a serial killer. It's really okay. She goes, oh yeah, because I hadn't seen him there before. So things like that. We got to try to get to a safer community because there's so much going on. I thought about it. Sometimes in the BC, it could be a man. If you're a black woman, he could be man laying your head to the concrete. Somebody gonna film it. That's for sure. Laying your head to the concrete, and they'll be, well, did you call the police? Oh, I don't want to get involved. I was just wondering, Lord, when is he going? How much can her poor little old head take? He was pounding it so against that concrete. Lord, I was wondering, when is he going to stop? I counted at least 15 times. That's what's expected in the BC. You can just call the police and I'm saying, I don't want to get involved. They would know it was me. Blackistan. I'm not worried about the Dustinas, but for the decent black people, men and women and children, leave if you can. Rest in peace to the beautiful queen on the screen. Somebody knows something, but we already know, especially if it's a chocolate drop, he'll be protected. He'll be protected. But situations like this, if we could have more interaction, like the story I just gave about, me and my ex-husband and my new relationship, if we could have more interaction like that, then they'll know that, hey, these women are protected. You're not going to come up in here acting no kind of way. You sure as hell ain't finna lay no hands. And for that right there, I think I can handle it with my buckshot Betty Boo gun. Oh, yeah. We got a little, married a 9-9. Run up and get done up. If we could have relationships like that, sure, drama happens. And knowing that the women are protected, we wouldn't have all this crime. But we don't have that. So it's just open season on a black woman and black kids being killed every day. Oh well, it just happens. Like Burger King, have it your way. It's what happens. Going to work every day, I get murdered on the job. I give birth, get murdered. It's in the BCI. It happens. Ladies, you need to think long and hard. Please don't give birth to your enemy. Don't date, get booed up, don't marry your enemy. A lot of women never thought they were sleeping with the enemy. Never thought that. Until it was too late. When he's standing over you, choking you, shooting you, put a hit out on you, killing you and the baby. It's 2022. It has to be about you. It can't be about you if you're not here and you're dead and you're gone from family and kids. These dust buckets, they are not worth it. They're not worth it. Dusties bring drama. They bring heartache and trauma. The financial and deadly implications is too much dust in the nation. And I'm out.